Hey everybody, this is One of Wisdom. I don't know what it is, kind of feel like something stuck in my throat, but anyway, if you recall, what we did last night was we wrapped up the aerobics portion of our playthrough. It was a 2-player run, island laps, all 7 routes. I'm trying to upload that right now. It actually had to be, cut in half basically. It was, I think, 47 straight minutes of running, but nonetheless, we've completed yoga, strength training, and aerobics. Now we're headed to the balance games. And you can see there are games that help develop your sense of balance. There's 9 of them, as you can tell here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do these in order. I don't really know why I freestyled the aerobics. That's probably gonna mess some people up. But first thing I noticed, I was fixing to hop on the board, but I'm gonna have to move it. My headset cord isn't quite long enough. There's actually a lot of these I hadn't played in a while. Obviously, soccer heading is not one of them. Play it, pretty much every time I play. Anyway, this will be the beginner level. There's beginner and advanced. I'm gonna try to do every aspect of each of these exercises. Keep them basically part 1 through 9. But again, this is soccer heading, 2 METs. I have 4 started. All you need is a balance board, no Wiimote or anything. Head the soccer balls as they get kicked at you, but dodge other flying objects. Other flying objects will of course be a shoe and a panda bear head, which I assume they picked that because it's the same colors as a soccer ball. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I think what I'm going to do on all these, I'll have so much time with 30 minutes now that I will just go ahead and try to 4-star everything for you, which that shouldn't be an issue here. I actually should be able to get back-to-back perfect scores, which I say that and we'll probably screw it up, but to do this you just shift left or right, and then you obviously will have to center yourself at some times. There's 80 balls in this one. And I think, yeah, this one starts up about a little past when you've gotten 10 in a row. Also note that, you build up, and once you get 10 in a row, you start getting 10 plus. That's actually how you get a, high score on here. If I was to get hit with an object right now, we would go back, instead of that being plus 10, it would be plus 1, and you have to work your way up, and then of course say you get to plus 9 and get hit with a cleat, you're back to 1. So this one's really not that hard. It's, I'm used to the pace of the expert. I don't really play the advanced that much unless I do something really stupid here. Okay, there it is. So, 555 points is a perfect score, as you see on Wii Fit Plus Soccer Heading Beginner. Champion ranking 4-star. Of course, your me is a static. I think he does the same basic little spin around and jump in the air, even if you just 4-star it. Then of course this is your cut end. Like if you do horrible, which I think everyone does when you first start out, you can say what you will, but like the first time I played this, scored like something pathetic. It's got the little wavy line frown on your me, but now I feel like I'm pretty dang good at soccer heading. But one thing about Wii Fit Plus, on Wii Fit, 555 would have been the whole chart right here. On Wii Fit Plus, it doesn't do that. It just overrides. Shoot, 448, 420. So somewhere between 277 and 425 is the 4-star rank. So that doesn't really help us. Now 1 minute, 4 calories. This is mainly more fun. Release some stress. I'd click retry, but it would put us back in on beginner. So now this will be the same setup. I have 4 started. actually usually score perfect, which is 655, 100 points more. 2 METs, head the soccer balls as they get kicked at you, but dodge the other flying objects. There's a lot more, and the pace is a little quicker here. Hopefully I can do the perfect score right off the bat. I don't know what's in me, but it's like there's something in the air. Okay, so there's 120 here, so you've got 40 more. I think there's actually 70 balls. I usually count when I'm not commentating. But again, it's the same premise. You know, it does start kicking objects at you earlier. And, you know, say we would have gotten hit last time. It tends to give you a break with, you know, not much of anything coming at you. Here, you could get hit in the head with a panda bear, and instead of getting 10 soccer balls in a row, I mean, you could literally see like 2 cleats and a panda bear, you know, back to back to back before you ever see a soccer ball. And you note that I also have to come in the middle more. They do that just to increase the difficulty. I mean, it's easy to go far left and far right, but when you actually have to center yourself, it gets to be a little problematic. I mean, now I'm to the point it's not an issue, but I mean, when you first start out, you know, you'll overcompensate, and then you'll come back too quick and hit something. Nearly missed that one. Alright, so there you have it. Again, if you watch this and you're discouraged because you score a lot lower, you know, don't be. I mean, I literally play this every day, you know, not multiple times, but I mean, I come in and basically after I do something hard, I always come in and do this, you know, and then maybe cycling or something. But perfect score for Soccer Heading Advanced is 655 points, championship ranking 4-star. As you can see, it's that same little cutscene. Big thing here when you get a perfect score, you know, you get like little fireworks and everything. There's a couple others. I mean, like you can score 100 on yoga stuff. It doesn't really do that, but the balance games and training plus, there's usually a little something special like that. But what's really cool, this is like under 8 minutes right now with both of them done. What I'll go ahead and tell you, you know, one of the things that at some point when you practice this you're going to have to do, you can lean all the way to the right, you can lean all the way to the left, and you can center yourself, but there's actually a sweet spot where you just put a little bit of your weight to either side, you know, not all the way to the right, but just a little, and you can actually go in between. You know, there's essentially 5 positions. You know, we have left, center, center, right, center, and right on your balance board. And you can actually go and you could have a cleat in the center and a panda bear on the right. You know, and if you position your weight just right, you won't actually hit either one of them, you'll just be between them. That's something that you'll have to master, you know, to get to where you can score perfect on it. Sadly, I probably won't be getting perfect scores on the rest of this stuff. Again, here it doesn't ever overwrite, it just, you know, replaces. Yeah, I don't really know where the cutoff is because I don't have record of it. I can tell you 609 and up obviously will 4-star it. I think they're pretty lenient. I think around it might be like a 500 that would 4-star it for you. But again, you know, back to back, Soccer Heading Beginner and Advanced. Anyway, this was 2 minutes and 5 calories, so it's a little more time consuming than the other. But we'll go ahead and quit. And I mean, like I said, that's Soccer Heading right there. I do play it a lot. This all predates the Dazzle, but I mean, there was a time that I had 10 in a row that I recorded on my, you know, camera, which, I mean, it had like the line on the screen and everything, but the only reason I stopped at 10 perfects in a row is because, well, it might have been 11. It was either 10 or 11 in the, I actually maxed out. My camera I think I got it new in like, I don't know, 05, 06-ish. And so the biggest card it can take is a 2 gig. And that's just where it maxed out. You know, it was like 20 some odd minutes or something, I think. But, I mean, so yeah, I mean, I can go and go and go. The main thing with soccer heading is practice. And to be honest with you, soccer heading is the #1 reason I wanted Wii Fit, which I know this is Wii Fit Plus, but I mean, I obviously graduated to it. It's what they showed on the previews, you know, around the time it came out, a little bit after. That's when in the Middle East, you know, where was it? I can't remember if it was Iraq or somewhere else, but the guy threw a shoe at President Bush, and of course he dodged it. And I think it was on Jimmy Kimmel. You know, he showed Bush dodging the shoe, and then he made the joke, you know, it's because he'd been training with Wii Fit Plus just for that instance. And I mean, that, the commercials, and just seeing it, you know, I mean, I thought, you know, that's pretty awesome. And picked it up, and of course, and Wii Fit Plus, you know, I mean, I kind of knew there was going to be skateboarding and the obstacle. I wound up, I really liked the cycling, one of my favorite things, and Training Plus, but at the time, what lures you in, it's like, well, really it was the obstacle course. And I figured skateboarding would be cool, but I mean, when you saw the obstacle course, it was like, it had the same effect on me as soccer heading did with Wii Fit. And of course, they kept the balance games here. But anyway, this wraps up part 1. It's really weird doing a short video. This is like back in the glory days of YouTube when you had 15 minutes, you know. But anyway, yeah, that's it. 2 perfect scores. Any questions or comments, feel free to ask. I mean, that is one that I've spent the time. I'm pretty confident with it. I'm probably going to go stink it up and ski here in a little bit. But anyway, like I said, I'll do my best to help you out. And as always, thanks for watching.